everybody, Max here from MaksPlayground, and welcome to a Sims 4 speed build. Now you guys, this one I had so much fun with. It is a bomb shelter or a fallout shelter or an apocalyptic style of build. I'm not sure really how to word it, but it's that form of build. You'll see in the title. Basically, I started off building this in Newcrest, and then I really quickly switched it to Oasis Springs because that's where I pictured this house or this type of build to be, because of just like from my experience of playing the game Fallout, which this build was very heavily inspired by. I pictured it in the desert. So yeah, basically you guys, I decided to build this because I have been seeing some really cool things to do with like apocalyptic builds in The Sims. I'm not sure, like, I don't know, I've just been seeing it on Tumblr, I've been seeing it on Twitter, I've seen a lot of really cool ones, and I was really heavily inspired by this abandoned build that I saw on the gallery. Now, I don't remember the name of the creator of it, but I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then it got me thinking about this like stream that Simmerkey was doing, and she ended up touring this house that I believe one of her viewers made, and it was like an abandoned house, and it had this really cool story to it, and I absolutely adored it. Like, I was obsessed, and I was like, who is this, like, what is this? And I explored the house. Oh my god, it was amazing. The house was so nice, so cluttered. Oh, it was so cool. But anyways, enough of me fangirling for a moment. I will do that later on. Basically, you guys, I built this like an underground type of shelter. I had to look it up on the internet because like I've never really have been in a bomb shelter type of like environment. I would love to go into one. I know they are still around, especially nowadays. They kind of have to be around, but and I laugh because it's really not funny though. It's actually kind of terrifying. But anyways, yeah, so I kind of just built this based on like some of the stuff that I saw, and I saw a lot of them were like obviously underground. And then I saw that they had like a really round roof, and so I tried to do the best I could with like a round roof kind of inspiration. I don't know, I like the way it kind of turned out. It took me a little bit of time to try and figure a couple of ways to make it work, and then a couple of different kinds of like obviously you guys see me messing around with the wallpaper and stuff right now, but yeah, so basically there's like the kitchen, like it's all kind of in one room except for the bathroom, and then there's a few other rooms off to the side, which you guys see me messing around with after. I built the kitchen, and then I built like a little bunker area for like the beds, because that's the way I kind of saw them in the pictures I looked at on Google, where they're kind of in a bunker style, but there was like more bunkers, because I don't know, you'd have to be pretty rich to have your own bunker, I guess. So like if you lived in a rural area, there was this movie that I watched. It was like kind of like the second part of Cloverfield. I don't remember the title. It was something along the lines of a number and then Cloverfield Lane, and it was basically with John Goodman, and he had a bunker, and it was kind of like a really scary and creepy movie, but it was really good at the same time, and I absolutely adored it, and I kind of like gathered some inspiration when I was building this from that. Like I just thought about that movie and stuff like that. And yeah, it's kind of like how I pictured like it being in a bunker is. But as I was saying, when you live in a bunker, I don't imagine you're in it by yourself, unless like you have a lot of money to build one by yourself. But when I thought of also one of my main inspirations was of course the game Fallout by the game developers Bethesda. One of my favorite game series actually. I really did think about that, and I played Fallout 3, I played Fallout New Vegas, and then I played a little bit of Fallout 4. I ended up beating Fallout New Vegas, and I didn't beat Fallout 3. It's been a while since I played Fallout 3, to be honest, but I still absolutely adore those games, and just, I'm fangirling again. I do that a lot, eh? Bethesda is actually one of my favorite gaming companies, or game developing companies. And their games are great. I really like the game Skyrim as well, and Elder Scrolls, and there's a bunch. There's Oblivion. Like I really enjoy Bethesda. I don't play it as much as I used to though. I kind of pretty much play The Sims for the most part, but I really do love other games, of course. And I have Fallout New Vegas sitting in my Steam library because I bought it on a Steam sale. and I really want to play it soon, so I may start up a new game of that. But yeah, speaking of which, what I was building is I gathered information from that, and I kind of gathered information from my own kind of like how I thought a bomb shelter would look like, or a fallout shelter kind of thing. And I made like a little. I don't really make a formal living room. I didn't really include a TV or anything like that because I imagine that TV would kind of be the last thing you would, or movies and stuff would be the last thing you'd be doing if there was like a nuclear fallout. And I used those like those ceiling pieces for like those like roof decorations. They look like air conditionings almost, and I kind of like pictured them as like generators. So I put a couple there, a couple in one of the rooms that I included at the back of the shelter, and it's kind of like we're like a utility room. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but or you will see after maybe in the little video tour that I included at the end, that there is I like kind of put like a one of those like video cameras that you got from Get to Work, and I put that, and then in the room I kind of put a screen. So I imagine it like the room that you guys kind of saw just a minute ago. I pictured that room to be kind of like a utility room, a room where, you know, maybe that there's somebody that's living there that like really likes to keep an eye on things, and like there's a little satellite, so maybe they get like things that are going on in like the world, so they can pick up like radio transactions and stuff to know what's going on, kind of thing, like a communications room. Plus there's like other things your sim can like do in there. There's like the science like objects from Get to Work and stuff like that. And I included like a skull, or like not a skull, sorry, the skeleton from Get to Work, and put it in one of those like alien looking tube things. I think they're like tables. I don't even know what they are. They're in the surfaces category. So yeah, I included that. I just thought it'd be like something that, you know, maybe there's like, because of radiation, that they're like the person who's living in this place kept it and like wants to study it and stuff like that, so it's like preserving in that. Or if like there's ever like an answer to the nuclear fallout, like it's like a piece of history kind of thing, you know what I mean? Maybe it's like the person that lived there, it's their like relative or something like that. So I don't know, I just thought it would look kind of creepy and kind of cool. But yeah, you guys, so there is more to this build. Like when I was building this, I didn't plan on doing this, but I did include like an abandoned slash like an abandoned house almost, and it's sort of like it's torn apart. There could be squatters. Like when I built this, I knew I was gonna make a sim to include, to like not really include in the create a sim in this video, but my create a sim video for this week is going to be kind of like inspired by, you know, everything that I'm talking about in this video. And I kind of pictured that maybe like she's a squatter that lives there, or maybe like this abandoned house was like invaded by squatters. It was looted. Like maybe it was because of like when the nuclear, or like I'm gonna say it's a nuclear warfare that happened because that's the most realistic in this day and age. Nuclear warfare made it where like a lot of the house got blown down. And I took a lot of tips from that house that I mentioned that I was fangirling about earlier, the one that's like the abandoned house that I was talking about. I kind of took a lot of inspiration how she kind of did a couple of things, and I just really like how it turned out. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit out of place in a way. I wasn't sure if I wanted to include it or not, but you guys will see it. It looks pretty sweet in the end. I might do a full-on abandoned house. Like if you guys want to see that, let me know. I might do one like a full-on, like not like a huge house or anything like that. I have a couple of other ideas for abandoned stuff because it was really, really fun to do it. Like I had a lot of fun because I was able to just kind of like, when I was doing the abandoned house part, which I will be getting to really soon in this video, I kind of pictured, well, not that I pictured anything. I kind of went by like anything in my mind that came to mind that I could just throw anywhere. And I used a lot of debug items in this. So, yeah, like I just threw things everywhere, and I made it look really messy. And I put fountains in like the sinks where they were. Like where the sinks and stuff, so that it would look like they're busted kind of thing. Like when one of your items break in the game, it like spouts water. I don't know, I just thought it looked kind of sweet. Another thing that I took from that video. But yeah, I'm making the like a pantry, I guess you could say. Now I imagine that if you you know, build something like this over time, you're gonna collect a lot of canned food over time that you can, you know, preservatives and stuff like that you can like eat if there's ever a really bad like where you have to use this like shelter. I know in this specific room there's not enough food in like reality, but I kind of just made it look like that's where this person stores their food. There's like a fridge there, again using the generators that I've included, generators in quotation marks. And yeah, I just kind of included a couple of things from the debug, quite a few things from the debug menu, and I used like some other items, and I don't know, I just kind of thought and looked really cool. I imagine that there would be some sort of like water filtration system kind of set up that you would have to kind of maybe go outside for, or you'd have to be like kind of careful about it. I imagine if you go outside during like if there's like a nuclear warfare, you kind of have to be careful though because of the radiation. And because it can essentially could kill you, right? So, excuse me. So yeah, basically working on that little like surveillance room here. I kind of changed it a couple times around. The way I do my videos is I just like move. I get everything from like the menus, and then I hit the record, and I put it everywhere, and then I hit the record button, and then I record and I organize it. And sometimes I'll forget that I'm not recording and I'll start organizing it, and I'll be like, oh shoot, I forgot to organize it, and I have to like go back in and find it, and like go back in, I'll unorganize it, make it a mess again, and then I'll hit the record button. It's kind of funny, but a little bit counterproductive, but yeah, you guys, I don't know, I really, really want to play through a game of Fallout after making this. I want to start playing again. I don't know if it's something that I'll maybe stream. If you guys, it's kind of an old game. It's nothing new. Like I said, I played through, I beat New Vegas. I played through a little bit of, well, not like all of it, but I played through Fallout 3. I loved, and still actually listen to tunes sometimes from the soundtrack of Fallout 3. And I loved the soundtrack from Fallout New Vegas. I almost said Fallout 4. I didn't play a lot of Fallout 4 though, because when it came out, it was on the PC, or it was on PC, and I got it, and it didn't run very well. Like, it didn't run very smoothly on my old computer, and somehow my boyfriend got it to work, but I just didn't really have time to play it like when it first came out and stuff. And then I just kind of got over it, but I know it was a really, really good game. Like, my boyfriend still plays once in a while when our internet goes down and stuff. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I love the soundtrack. I love the music. I'm actually going to try to find some copyright-free soundtrack music that I can include in this video, but I'm not promising yet. I still have to look for that. But yeah, I'm doing the outside now, and you guys saw those little tombstones that I included there. I kind of pictured that maybe whoever may have lived here, or whoever was on this lot when the nuclear fallout happened, before people started dying off and stuff like that. I kind of pictured that like maybe that's where they buried their family that they had lost in the blast, kind of thing. I know it's a little bit weird, a little bit creepy, but I really, really, I don't know, I just like that. I thought it was kind of cool. A couple little tombstones, and I included a little pond here. I don't know, I really got creative, and I was mentioning in one of my videos not too long ago, when I build things, I storytell to myself, and it helps me like build more and go into more detail. And people ask sometimes, I just banged my desk. Some people have been asking me, where do you get your ideas to build? Or like, what do you think about when you're building these? Like, do you think of stories and stuff? Like, of course I think of stories. Almost all my builds have like backstories in my head. Like, I could go back a couple of videos, like when I first started my like building and stuff like that. I think about how my building process was, and like when I had a goal in mind and I went and I did it. But when I had no goal in mind, I was like, I'm just gonna build something. I would come up with a story, and a lot of the time I'd make Sims for it, which is why I want to start including the cast videos the same week that I upload the build, so that you guys can like put a face to the build. Which brings me to my next point, is that I will be including a cast video. Like I said, it's very Fallout and alternative punk goth theme. And I'm really excited to show you guys, because I really thought about how this character customization screen is in Fallout 4, and like that's what I pictured. Like, this is the character that this is the character that I'd make as my Fallout character, and little companion to go with her and stuff. And I really enjoy it. I have yet to edit that video though. I just recorded it after I finished everything in this. Again, I'm making everything the last minute. It is like currently 2:30 in the morning, and I'm building. So I'm working on a procrastination schedule when that happens. I really do try, you guys. I try so hard to get pre-recordings done, and then I just don't, because I look how much detail I put into my build, you guys. So much detail. So yeah, of course I'm like, it's gonna take me forever, and then I'm not gonna be able to pre-record. I don't know how people do build right after another. Like, I want to try, but I just, yeah, I don't know how, but I'm gonna try it sometime soon. I need to, because I'm gonna be starting placement soon and stuff like that for school, so I'm gonna have to try to get some pre-recording done. And my cat is like scratching at something in the background, so if you guys hear him, don't mind. I recently did get a new computer desk. I posted it on my Twitter, which is, the link for that is in the description below. But yeah, I posted a picture on my Twitter and my Facebook, and like I set up my new computer, and I'm so pumped with it, you guys. I'm going to be doing a desk tour as soon as I get everything organized, get some pictures, some pictures and photos and up on the wall and stuff like that for where my computer is. It's gonna look really cool. But yeah, if you guys do want to download this, the link will be in the description below. I still have to figure out something with it to see what's going on, because it says it's like modded. But yeah, make sure you check out the link in the description below. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Sims content. Oh, and make sure the move objects on sheet is on when you put this lot down. Just an FYI. So I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, guys, and I will be talking to you in my next video. Bye!
I'm flying high, but I got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you. You caught my eye, and I've got a feeling I'm falling. Show me the ring and I'll jump right through. I used to. I'm flying high, but I got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you. I've got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you. I'm flying high, but show me the ring and I'll jump right through. Show me the ring and I'll